So far, what do we know about this thing? Good compression, got spark, fuel system screwed up, high-speed jet clogged, low-speed needle 10.5 turns out. And I'm sure you know, give this thing the gas, it ain't gonna do nothing but bog. That's why the plugs were all black. See if you can see in there. That little mark that I thought was just a mark, it is a small hole. I don't know if you can see, I got the wire in there. It's cleaned out though. But in there, in that shade, in my crappy eyesight, I said, that ain't a hole. Although I've seen them just like this, but it just didn't look like one until I looked at it on the video. And then I was like, oh yeah, that is a damn hole. Damn baby, it's cold outside again. It's too cold to be handling metal tools. I can't do anything with gloves on. Anyway, I'm gonna get this carburetor put back together. I do see the float is just a little bit that way. I'm gonna bend it down a little bit and double check the drop on it. Yeah, it looks alright. Let's see, we got a drop. Yeah, it looks good. Alright, like I said, it's cold out here. I try to turn this thing by hand. I can't even feel it with my fingers right now, so I found a little socket. It is, if I can read it, 6mm, but it's not that the actual socket is fitting on the needle. It fits when it goes all the way in. Just got lucky, put that on there, turn this puppy right in. And it's not the threads, it's the retainer. It's so stiff, and partially because it's so cold. But this is much easier than, you know, trying to do this with the vice grips or by frozen finger. Even my toes are numb. Son of a friggin' bragger. So gently seat it till it stops. I wasn't putting any pressure on it, just spinning it in my numb fingers. So you find a mark on here, P right there. Oh baby, damn. All right, there's the P. So that's like about 1.5. So that'll get us up and started, and we'll dial it in. But I need to keep this baby where I can find it. All right, looky here, looky here. Now, yes, this is the same motor. I just took some awesome cleaner and sprayed it and took a little toothbrush and went around, you know, all that crap came right off. Filthy. I hate working on filthy motors. You pull this tiller handle up, and in here in the gears, it's so caked up with grease. It's gonna get out of control. It's gonna stiffen up. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. You gotta stay after this stuff. I can see all the grease in there caked up. We'll get to all that crap. Let me get this damn pump off of here. So, well, even the 2 screws holding this thing on were loose. Everything I've taken off here has been loose as a goose. And I'm not Dr. Seuss. Let's just take this off right here. Well, almost everything has been loose. I'm going to take this thing completely apart. Alright, screen looks real good. The pizza, I call this the pizza wheel. Looks good. But why is this thing all discolored and everything? And if you know me, I hate these frickin' elbows. Alright, let's see what we got here. Damn, not this again. a little dirty in there. What is that? Man, it almost looks like water. And I'm tearing it. Tearing the gasket. Right there at the top. Hold on, ladies and germs. Alright, see if I can get this piece off. Yep. It's just a layer of the paper. Should be able to do something with that. Or I might have one laying around in there. Yeah, it looks a little funky in there. Like, maybe like, I don't know, I'll rinse it out. I'd like to get this apart and look at the diaphragm if I can. Boy, she don't want to come apart, so I'm gonna rinse it, put it back together, put a little something on this tear. It's not bad. I'm gonna put just a little bit of silly willy cone in there. Should be fine. It's just that corner right there. You can see where it's the outline is, just right on the corner of that outline. Put some right on that edge right there where it goes back against the frame. So I blew it all out with some cleaner. Looks pretty good. Now there is kind of a test you can do. Put it all back together. I think put your finger, it's been a while since I did it. Put your finger over the back. Play it like a kazoo, if that makes any sense. It kind of goes makes a weird noise like a kazoo. Let's see. See there? It works. Better work. Now it looks like a fuel pump. And the feng shui is all right in the world. The universe can return to normal. Come on, baby. Yeah. That's why I save all my hose pieces. You never know. Man, I hope I can, once I get some gas in there, and I hope it's gonna, lube things up a little bit. Probably should have done that when I was doing compression tests too. Alright, pumped up, nice and firm. Start position. Choke on. Oh man, I hope I can pull it enough. Oh God. See, this thing is so stiff, turning it, it needs to be all cleaned out. This idle screw over here on the side is all bent up and stuff. It may be able to be straightened out and adjusted, because I know if I bring this thing down to where that thing is adjusted, it's probably going to die out, but let's see. Now, like I said too, once this thing is tuned right, starting it should be nothing, so let's see what happens here. Okay. Nothing. See, it's going to go down too far, and that screw needs to be fixed or drilled out and a new one in there, something that's going to hold it. Alright, let's see if we can smooth it out a little bit. I'm barely pulling on. I want that spark to do the work. I'm just off a hair on my linkage. In other words, it's opening the carbs up just a hair advanced of where it should be. I thought it was right on because there's usually that little bit of play in the linkage. And the other problem is that it comes back, it'll vibrate itself back way down here, which is going to cause this thing to die out. It has to be set right up before the two marks. And that's where the screw comes in over here on the side. The freaking idle screw. So you can see it's bent. And you know, these things, man, once they're gone, they're almost impossible to do anything with. You got to drill them out, put a bolt in there, you can tap it and all that crap if you want, or just put a bolt with a nut or a screw with a nut and leave it where you want it. But that's also made for trolling. If you're out trolling, want to speed up your motor, you speed it up. Now I'm going to try. It's worked for me before. First I'm going to try to bend it. This thing's got steel inside the plastic, and I'm going to try to bend it back into position. If I can't turn it, then what I'm going to do is I take a torch and just give it a little bit of heat, and sometimes that'll free it up. But if you do it too much, it's going to melt the damn thing and ruin everything. Hee hee hee, baby, that was too easy. That was too easy. Let's see if it'll turn. Hell no. So I'm going to try, you know, I'm not even going to torch it. I'm going to use a lighter. Actually, let's see if I can clean it off first. It's all gummed up, grease everywhere. All this grease, man, needs to come out and off of here. There's a grease nipple on the bottom right there for the skier and stuff. Doesn't need to be packed. Freaking grease. Who do they think it is, Vinny Barbarino? So let that dry up for a minute so I don't blow the whole thing up here. But I'm gonna give it a shot just to. Oh, see? Oh man, I thought it was dry enough. This damn thing just feels like it's just gonna twist right off. Good thing it didn't go up in flames. Man, I'm afraid to put the fire on it again. Oh man. Especially the way this thing was leaking gas a little while ago. You know what I got here? A little water. Oh, let's see if I can't keep things. Just want to heat that metal up a little bit. I don't want to spray anything, you know, any lubricant on it until it starts to move, because it'll freaking blow up again. Man, there ain't nothing happening. Alright, it's not, I can't get, you know, I don't want to spend 8 hours on it. It can be done, and I'll let the guy who owns the motor do it. And if he can't get it, he can deal with it, he can drill it out. But I do have one more idea that might work. Alright, so what I did was I just took a piece of fuel line and stuck it on there, and could be maybe a little bit longer, but it's keeping it from going all the way back. Now you can see that slot right there, and this arm comes down, this linkage piece. But watch this. See how loose that is in there? Rocking back and forth. And what I used to do when I took it all apart and cleaned it, get some damn big pliers on it and squeeze it together without breaking it. And that would help. And I've seen guys stuff, you know, like shims in there, take up that slack. But you can see on the top here, watch this is the plate. See that? See how much movement there is there? That also, when this thing is down on idle, brings that plate way down. And it won't run down there. It's got to be up around the marks. So you can see where the roller is on the cam now. Now, if I do it, push it real hard like that, you know, I'm squishing that piece of hose and it's coming almost as far back as it was. But if you just normal, it's just going to go right, boom, right before the marks. So I think it's good. And it's just temporary, you know, mainly for me. Because you're trying to dial this thing in and this thing vibrating and stuff, and it, you know, it normally finds its way back down to the end. And you don't really want it, you know, back down there. So let's just go up to start position. Here we go. So as soon as it starts to sneeze, you want to come back about a quarter-ish. And like I said before, these motors are all different. So I think it's good right where it's at. Fuel pump seems to be working. This bowl would have run out a long time ago. I don't think there's a thermostat in here. It's a little bit warm, but it didn't get hot. Something that he said they keep breaking the thrust washer and the gear case. I don't know anything about that stuff. Thank God I've never had problems like that. But they've already replaced it twice. Anybody know why that's happening? Let us know.
Oh yeah, baby, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of This Old Outboard. Follow the real-life saga, one outboard at a time, baby. Oh yeah, baby, tons more stuff coming your way. You never know what's gonna happen next. It's This Old Outboard, baby.
Yeah, baby.
You know the tune. Don't forget to subscribe.